What's up, everybody? It's me, back again with another video about weight loss. Alright, so today the topic that we are going to discuss is how I lost 38 pounds in 3 months. Now, of course, there's obvious things that I did, but we're going to go a little bit more into detail. Now, before we start getting into that, let's go ahead and talk about one thing. All right, that one thing that I want to talk about is my current weight. Now, at the time of my last video, I was at the 38 pounds, but today I am currently 252 pounds as of this morning. Which means that this week I have lost a total of 5 pounds so far. There's still 2 more days to go. I'm gonna try to get 2 more out, but we'll see how that works. All right, so without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, the first one, if you see me looking over instead of looking directly into the camera, is because I have some notes here. All right, the first thing that you need to do. Okay, the first one, if you see me looking over instead of looking directly into the camera, is because I have some notes here. All right, the first thing that you need to do is mentally prepare. Anybody can go out and lose a few pounds here and there, or get that initial first boost where you lose the water weight and a little bit of fat, but gain it all back. And to prevent that from happening, you have to mentally prepare yourself to change your lifestyle. For me, what that looked like was I had to change when I ate. I didn't eat after 7 o'clock anymore. I also had to change where I went. There's a mall in my city that has a lot of restaurants and a lot of food that I like. I actually avoid that that mall now. I don't go anywhere near it. I go to the other mall. As I said previously, I'm in China. I go to a mall where there's a lot of traditional Chinese food. Not that traditional Chinese food is bad, it's just that when I see McDonald's and I see Burger King and Popeyes, and it does something to me, and I want to go indulge on some stuff. So I stopped going there. I made it so I set that when I go pick up my kids from school, I will only ride a taxi once a week. We live in a major city. There's no point in having a car. There really is no point of having a car here. So what I used to do is I would take a taxi every day to go get the kids and come back home, start cooking dinner. But instead, the school's literally 3 blocks down the street. So I go ahead and I walk those 20 minutes, go get my boys, come home, and then cook. Just by doing so, going both ways, that's an extra 6,000 or 7,000 steps that I'm taking. Now, the next thing is diet. Now, as most of us have heard, 80% of the process of losing weight is what you eat. And I agree with that. But when you're just trying to lose weight, not cutting to get definition and all that other stuff, which, to be honest, I'm not at that point yet, so I don't know everything there is to know about it. But when you're just trying to lose weight, the main thing is to eat under the amount of calories that you need for the day. And with that being said, you have to understand what type of foods you can eat. So it's 2 parts, and sometimes those parts don't work together. Me, I'm an endomorph. I'm naturally a big person. I have to avoid sugar like the plague, or even a whiff of a donut, or any type of sweet, any type of soda. I start feeling my love handles jiggle. So I cut all direct sugar, like stuff that I know has actual sugar in it, I cut that out of my diet. Sparingly, I'll use honey, but a lot of times I use things that are sweetened in other ways. I use things that are sweetened by fruits, things that are like naturally sweet, and I eat a lot of fruit just to hold back the sweet tooth. I don't eat rice. That's a major thing for me. I do not eat rice because I will feel bloated, and no matter how many calories I ate during the day, if I eat rice, for some reason, I will either stay at that same weight or I will go up in weight. So I don't eat rice. I can eat potatoes, but I don't eat them often. I might eat potatoes once a week. And that's just my body. You have to learn your body and what diet works for you. Now, the next part is monitoring your weight regularly. If you're losing a lot of weight, your calories change all the time, what you can have during the day. There's a study that says, I'll see if I can find it and put a link to it in the description. But there's a study that says that if you eat only 17 calories less than your diet, then you can lose up to 2 pounds a week, I believe. Now, with that being said, of course, I'm trying to lose a lot more weight a lot faster. So I do less than that, but I want to stay at least 400 below what I'm supposed to eat every day. So the way that I monitor that is every morning I check my weight and I check to see what my new calories are. I'm not at the point of doing macros yet. I'm not trying to overcomplicate anything. Me personally, I can't speak for anybody else, but I suffer from, analysis by paralysis. I think that's the way that it's worded, where I will look at a bunch of videos, I will rewatch videos, and I will find a lot of new information. And I will have all this knowledge, but at the end of the day, I didn't put anything into practice. So to prevent that from happening, what I do is I just start. And so boom, I get up in the morning, the first thing I do, let me check my weight. Okay, let me check to see how many calories I have today. And then mentally around meal times, I start planning on what I think I'm going to eat for the day. Now, the next one is workout. This is number 4, by the way. The workouts that I do work out technically 7 days a week, but really it's 5 days a week. I do isolations. So I went to our local stores similar to Dick's in the United States, but it's called Decathlon here in China. And I got a weight set with 2 dumbbells in it, and the whole weight is like 50 pounds. So every day I work a body part. Monday's chest, Tuesday's back, Wednesday's legs, Thursday's shoulders, and Friday is biceps and triceps. And every day religiously, what I do is I wait till everybody goes to sleep in my house, which is early around 9 o'clock, and I get in my workout. That's what I do every day. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, what I do is I do this thing called active recovery. I'll go into more detail on that later, but it's like a small workout that's similar to HIIT cardio, where I do an intense set, then I rest about the same amount of time, then I get back into the set and I do it about 15 to 20 times. And that's pretty much like my workout. I make sure that I do it every day. I wanted to build a habit, so I marked on the calendar, literally. I didn't use my phone. I went and found an old-fashioned calendar, and I put 21 days. I marked day 1 to 21, and every day I X'd out just so that I can see how close I was to how I work out in my enjoyment of it became a habit. Then after that, I marked 3 months, which recently just passed. And now it feels like it's part of my lifestyle. I can't see going a day without doing something. Like usually after I get off the scale and I drink some water, I'm doing 10 to 15 push-ups. Also with the working out thing, if you feel tired and you feel like you can't do it, whatever your workout is, try to push through. If you feel like you can't push through, if you feel like you have injury, then just do something else. You don't have to put a bunch of strain on your body to keep yourself moving. That's something that I learned. And the last thing that I'm going to talk about in this video is rest. Rest, rest, rest. Now, me personally, since I was a kid, a big issue that I have is I sleep really short periods of time. Like at night, I'll sleep 4 hours. And that's no exaggeration. I'll go to bed at 2 and I'll wake up feeling rested at 6 o'clock in the morning. So what I do to ensure that I get extra rest is I make sure that my kids, I have young children, everybody in my house is under 6 years old. So what I do, with the exception of my wife, of course, what I do is I make sure after school, everybody takes a little nap. And when they take a nap, I take a nap. That's just to bring up the amount of hours I sleep. And since I started doing that, I noticed that I lose more weight. My body is less stressed, which in turn makes it easier for my body to release some of the weight that it has. It doesn't feel like it's having to store extra. Yeah, if you can get 8 hours in, please get 8. If you can get more, get a little bit more. But try to make sure that you're getting your rest. It's really important. And that's what I have for today. Now, let's go over one more time. Mental preparation. Which is number 1, mental preparation. Make sure that you know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, so that you can act it out. Diet is number 2. Now, with diet, make sure you know your calories. Make sure you stay under your calories. Make sure you're eating things that will benefit your body. I don't think I mentioned this, but make sure you're eating vegetables. Some form of vegetable. Just get it in your body. Monitor weight regularly. Me, I do it every day. Some people do it every week. It doesn't matter the frequency as long as it's not too far stretched out. But just so that you're able to put your calories in the right scope. Monitor your weight. Number 4 is workout. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do. You don't want to be somebody that's out here looking skinny fat, where you look skinny with your clothes on, but when them clothes come off, there's stuff swinging and hanging all over the place. I can speak on that from experience. I lost weight the wrong way before, which was a horrible experience. With another video, I can do a story time where I tell y'all about that situation. And the last one is rest. Make sure that you're sleeping, make sure you're relaxing, make sure that you're enjoying life. We only get one of them, and we need to make sure we're making the most of it. Now, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much to people who've subscribed. Thank you, everyone, for just being on this journey with me. If you like this video, if you feel like I shared good information, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.